Folks, this is my 1985 IROC Camaro. Love this car. The purpose of this video is to kind of cover everything that I've done to this car. I really wanted to do a build series on this car from the start, and stuff got hectic and complicated. It was my first motor swap, and looking back at it, how easy it was now, doing it for the first time, not so easy. So, overview of everything I've done to this car, parts, everything like that will also be in the description below. So let's get this thing uncovered because it's 20 degrees here in Michigan right now and it's sitting for the winter. I found this guy in Marketplace, had a paint job redone in '99, and after that it just kind of set. Tired old 305 in it, smoked a lot, you know, pretty much gutless, 700 R4 transmission in it, yeah. Nothing else very special about it. But I had to have, when I was in the market for this car, I had to have T-tops and I had to have the 4 headlights in the front. Love that look. So I was either looking for a 3rd gen Camaro or a Fox body Mustang. And I came across this one first. So like I said, tired 305, that was the first thing that went. I found a engine that was built by a race car driver. He races cars up in Crystal, Michigan, and builds his own motors and motors for other people. So he switched classes. So he had an extra engine, and that's what I picked up for this car. So let me show you guys. Now, mind you, this had the tune port injection on the 305. Not very good, and it's not swappable to anything else. I did not want to put a tune port 350 in this. That would be a massive waste of time. Oh, the hood's already popped. That was dumb. It is not beautied up yet. Basically, I have everything in here and working. I need to do a lot of wire tucking and making things pretty. All right, there she is. This is a 350 board over. She is a 358. Speed Pro pistons, 4-tech heads, balance 525 cam, and the whole idea behind this engine is I was going to carburet it. And then I figured, well, if I'm going to do this motor swap, I might as well do it right. So I put a Holley Sniper EFI kit on this, and she has worked really good. I had the Gen 1 first, and that thing was junk. It wound up frying the ECU in the throttle body, and you can see the throttle body down there. That's the version 2. Way better. They worked out a lot of kinks. I would not recommend ever buying the version 1 of the old wiring harness that I don't want to clip out and tuck yet, just because I'm not sure if I need anything else on it. And then obviously new wiring harness is back there. Need to make that all look good. And then I kept the basics that I need on the front. So power steering, alternator, and then I put a new water pump on it. Probably should have done electric, but hey. Now, with this having such a massive cam, there's no vacuum. So the first thing I had to tackle after I successfully started this thing was brakes. So I put in I have a video on this as well. I put in the electric vacuum pump, and that is based off of the little pressure switch right there. Vacuum, not pressure. But once it drops below a certain amount of pressure, that guy kicks on and you have brakes. This is the fuel pressure regulator for the Holley Sniper kit. Definitely need that. I have the temporary upper radiator hose right there. Like I said, just temporary. Now, another thing that I did is I deleted the charcoal canister emissions setup in here. So right now, like I said, I have to beautify this. This is just an update video, but there's there's a bolt plugging the evap line. Now, that being said, the system builds pressure, and you need to vent it, and that was my next thing. So I got a ventable gas cap. I could pull the tank and do this the right way, which I still might one day, but right now, I just got the ventable gas cap. Link in the description below. Super easy one. Looking through the back window here, I'm a huge fan of Rockville. For the money, I think it sounds decent. I'm not in competition anymore. I'm old as hell. Don't care. Rockville, for the money, sounds great to me, especially bouncing off of this back glass. This is a little 10. I also have a 12 up there that I might swap this out with, but anyway. Let's go on the inside. Look at these beautiful T-tops. Love these things. Try and get this conveyor out of the way so I don't ding my door super bad. All right, black NRG steering wheel, very basic, very simple. And then the adapter hub on it as well. Right there you have the EFI screen from Holley. And then I have a Sony aftermarket head unit there. I have Sony aftermarket speakers in the front and in the rear by the rear seats. Everything else is untouched in this interior. It's so hard sourcing these original seat buckles because the plastic gets brittle and breaks. And then I need to do some headliner work, reattaching that at some points where it's fallen down. Other than that, this car really is beautiful. 105,000 miles on the car. I love the stock iroc wheels as well. I mean, I cannot bring myself to change those. They just look so good. Obviously, wintertime, she's losing some air. I need to get some center caps, the center cap stickers as well. A couple of those have fallen off. This lock cover mechanism decided to eject itself one day. I tried to put it back together, but it's broke. So eventually I'm gonna have to change out. Unfortunately, if I get a set, I gotta change this one out, that one out, and then the one back here on the hatch. Not a big deal, just something that I don't see necessary at this point. Very rarely drive this car because it has to be just beautiful, perfect conditions outside. I put a freshly rebuilt 700R4 in here. I've had a lot of issues with the detent cable, specifically the arm that's in the transmission coming out, getting caught on the boot. I'm not sure if something was done incorrectly with the transmission. I don't know enough about transmissions, but that's an ongoing issue that I have with this vehicle that will have to be sorted out. I like the rawness of the 700R4 versus swapping to a 4L60, 4L60E. I don't know. So that's still debatable at this point. Still debating on that one. I do have rear end in this that is disc brakes off of a F-body Firebird that I can do a swap in this as well. But that will be when I sort out the transmission issue because I want to make a new transmission support. Everything basically broke off inside of the unibody frame on this. So I had to do some custom welding work to that transmission support, and I want to fab up a brand new transmission support with bolts and everything. So that's another project. I do have the Flowmaster muffler on here. It's the single in, dual out. That's all linked in the description below as well. Other than that, there's no cats or anything on this thing. She sounds good, so I'm not gonna fire it up right now, but I have clips of this running, so I'll insert them here. Yeah, I love this car. She's a beast. I can't wait to get it on the road again and maybe clean her up and do some other stuff. I've never been a huge fan of red cars, but just look at it. It's just, man, just looks amazing. The body lines, the hips, I love it. We're gonna break for a quick word from our sponsor. You guys have a problem keeping your shop clean? We all know how projects go. Kind of leave the stuff, clean it up later. Issues like greasy electronics, cutting oil, spilt oil on the ground, all over the ground. It always happens, right? Grit and grime all over the floors. Off of a car, conveyor, just all over. Ugh. Leaking transmission fluid. No matter what the issue is, it's not too big for Super Clean. Super Clean breaks down grease in an instant. For messes like this, Super Clean even carries cedar shavings for absorbent. Just rub it in like you're not supposed to. Unless Super Clean go to work. I love the foam because you can actually watch it work. Oh yeah, nice. Just remember, there's no job too tough for Super Clean. Oh yeah. That's working. Folks, don't be as stupid as me and try all this crap at home. If you're interested in super clean, link is in the description below. All right, guys, that summarizes the car and everything I have up to speed right now. I'm gonna get this thing covered back up. Hopefully, I don't know, if you guys have builds, there's ups, there's downs. This thing took me a long time. I gave up on it for a while. I had a lot of personal life issues come up to where I had to put this on the back burner. And unfortunately, at that point, it didn't even have an engine in it. So this took me a couple of years to do on and off. You can do it. I know you can do it. You learn a lot along the way. If I had to do this again, there'd be a lot of stuff I'd change, and there'll be a lot of stuff that goes faster, to be honest with you. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Later.